Hello students, today we discuss the continuation of common diseases in human beings. Already we studied the bacterial, viral as well as protozoal diseases center. Now we discuss the helminth diseases. What type of helminth diseases normally affected to the human being? There is a common roundworm. There is Ascariasis. Ascariasis. What is the name of that nematode parasite which causes Ascariasis diseases? That is Ascaris lumbricoides. Ascaris lumbricoides is the common roundworm which causes Ascariasis. How it transmits the disease and all. This Ascariasis, it transmits the infected eggs. It must be excreted in the form of the fecal matter of the infected person, then through contaminated food and water as well as vegetables and all. So how it transmits this disease? It transmits contaminated food, water, the infected eggs which are present with the help of the fecal matter and all. Then it is intestinal parasite and all. What are the symptoms normally present in Ascariasis and all? There is anemia as well as that muscular pain, intestinal blackage, intestinal bleeding, some amount of fever also is present and all. So these are common symptoms are present. But in exam point of view, which nematode parasite causes Ascariasis? Then your answer will be the Ascaris lumbricoides. Which nematode parasite commonly we called as intestinal parasite? Then your answer will be Ascaris lumbricoides. Then what are the symptoms? How it transmits from infected area to the normal healthy area? That is the infected eggs, it transmits the contaminated food as well as water and some amount of the contaminated vegetables also. But there is no specific vaccine present and all. Another important helminth disease, that is filariasis. Which nematode parasite causes filariasis? There are two specific parasites are present. One common genus, that is Wuchereria bancrofti as well as Wuchereria malai. These two particular species, it may be causes that filariasis. What is the other name of filariasis? Another name of filariasis we call as elephantiasis and all. Then it complete its life cycle into two hosts and all. That's why it is also digenetic, that specific type of the parasite and all. Already last class we discussed related to digenetic, that malarial parasite. Similarly, filarial parasite also, it completes its life cycle into the two hosts. One is the human being, another one is the mosquito. What is the name of that mosquito? Female Culex mosquito and all. In this filarial worm is the ovoviviparous worm as well as nocturnal worm and all. What is the infective stage which spread from infected person to the another person and all? The infected stage of filarial worm is the microfilaria. What is the name of that stage? Microfilaria. In this one, where it lives in human beings and all, it lives lower limbs of lymphatic vessels and all. It lives that lower limbs of lymphatic vessels. So whenever the question, which particular parasite normally lives in lymphatic vessels, that is immediately you must raise the answer, that is the nematode parasite, nothing but filarial worm. Wuchereria bancrofti or as well as Wuchereria malai and all. Then it is spread through How it transmitted? It transmitted to insect vector. What is the name of insect vector? It transmit, that is the female Culex mosquito. That is very important. How it transmit that filarial worm from infected part to the healthy person and with the help of the female Culex mosquito. This female Culex mosquito, if it bites infected part and then slowly it chronic inflammation of lower lymphatic vessels of the lower limbs and then maximum inflammation of the lower limbs like elephant leg and all. That's why we call it as elephantiasis. It also spread in reproductive parts also. That means gross deformities related to reproductive parts also. Such type of. But once if it present lower lymphatic vessels, several years it must be present and all. Then how? What is a common symptom? Elephant, that means inflammation of lower limbs and all. It look like a elephant legs and all. That's why we call it as elephantiasis or filariasis and all. This is the common symptoms it must be present and all. Then how to control? To control the population of mosquito automatically, to control this specific one. Is there any medicine to control this one? Yes, there is a particular drug is present and all. That is diethyl carbamazine. The treatment normally diethyl carbamazine is the medicine to control that particular elephantiasis or filariasis, and that is very important. It is a diazenetic. It completes its life cycle to host both human being as well as mosquito. What is the name of the mosquito? That the specific mosquito, female Culex mosquito. If it enters that stage, microfilaria, then automatically the slowly chronic inflammation of lymphatic vessels like the elephant, like the legs, and that's why we call it as elephantiasis. If we control the population of mosquito to control this specific disease, then related to what is the specific type of the fungal disease normally affected and all. That means very severe, very infectious, severe infectious fungal disease commonly infected to the human being. That is another than ringworm. This ringworm normally it infect either external body parts like the skin, nails, such type of the as well as the skull, such type of the body parts. Normally it infects and all. Which type of the fungus it may be causes to the ringworm and all? It must be, that is the name of the fungus, that is trichodermis as well as epidermophyton. Trichophyton as well as epidermophyton and microsporum. These specific fungus normally infect or infected part, normally skin, skull, such type of the nails, it must be present and all. This is how it is spread. It is spread infected persons, either towel, either any other cloths. Then if it used healthy person, some of the infected person comes also. If it used to the normal person, automatically it is spread. That one. That is dry. What is the common symptoms are present? Dry, scaly lesions along with the severe itching sensation. If that infected person, if it is spread, either a towel, either any other specific cloths, either combs from healthy person, it must be spread and all. So, like that. But along with these specific one, lesions and dry scaly lesions, apart from this one, it is also present severe itching sensation. Also, it will be present and all. So, these are the some common diseases generally infected regarding related to the human beings and all. Apart from this one, some animal protozoan diseases also. That is babesiosis. What is the name of the disease? Babesiosis. Babesiosis is the protozoan disease, protozoal parasite like babesiosis. Name of the protozoal parasite is the babesiosis. Normally it infects to the cattles. It is very similar symptoms which are present in human beings like malaria. Malarial symptoms which are present, such type of symptoms like chill, fever, such type of symptoms normally occurs into the cattle and all, other mammals and all. But how it is spread, babesiosis, with the help of the ticks, it must be spread from infected to the normal and all. Then how to control such type of these dangerous and common infected different types of viral, bacteria, fungus, protozoan, helminth, all such type of the diseases and all. The first and foremost and all, that personal health hygiene as well as public health hygiene. Personal health hygiene means regular, that neatly we must take that clothes as well as the personal care and all. That means regular exercise, balanced diet as well as yoga practice every day. Then no one disease may not be affected and all. Then public hygiene in our surroundings also it must be kept very carefully, as well as the particular governments also take care in a proper manner without the stagnant water and all. That pools, whatever the points, frequently it must be clean in our surroundings and all. Then apart from this one, some antibiotics, using of antibiotics as well as vaccines like oral polio vaccines, as well as by using of triple antigen like DPT, like BCG, like smallpox, like chickenpox, such type of the vaccine nowadays it is going on to prepare the vaccine against the coronavirus also. That vaccination immunization program by using of antibiotics like penicillin as well as streptomycin, erythromycin, chloromycin, such type of the using of antibiotics, it is also one among the important steps to control the diseases and all, any type of the diseases. Normally, airborne disease. What is the airborne diseases? Like a common cold as well as pneumonia. This is the airborne diseases. Apart from this one, the mumps as well as nowadays corona. Not only airborne, but also by using of the cloths, whatever unhygienic, whomever suffering, it is also spreading that one. That airborne diseases, it must avoided. The person whomever suffering that airborne, like cold as well as pneumonia, any other diseases, should avoid that particular place and all. At the time of sneezing, it must be covered in clean cloth, at least in our hands and all, without spreading another person. Then another contaminated food and water, like typhoid, amoebiasis, ascariasis. These diseases normally infect through contaminated food and water. That's why while taking of food as well as water, it should be compulsory, very clean, very healthy, very hygienic, very fresh and all, not stolen one. Then other one, vector-borne, insect vectors and all, like Aedes mosquito, normally chikungunya as well as dengue and all, as well as regarding related to another type of the disease like malaria, the female anopheles mosquito. Just now you said filaria, female curious mosquito. If you control the population of mosquito, already we said how to control the population of mosquito by using of mosquito nets, by using of mosquito coils. If it is any stagnant water is present, then it must be sprayed DDT, as well as that insecticidal, that particular fishes like Gambusia, Panchax, then it eats the larvae of the mosquitoes and all. Then if you maintain all these things and all, then it must prevent such type of the diseases. As well as in African sleeping sickness, how it will transmit African sleeping sickness, one specific fly, that is a CC fly and all, that Glossina palpalis and all. If you control such type of these particular flies, as well as without biting of the mosquitoes and all, to control such type of disease causing organisms or diseases and all. So that is the prevention method. So prevention is better than cure. Yesterday class also I told how to prevent that particular at present corona and all. Once again, the fumigation of the water, inhalation of nose, exhalation of mouth. Similarly, inhalation of mouth, exhalation of the nose and all, 10 times each and all, at least 1 month. It never affects such type of this one. At the time of the group, immediately we must be wearing that masks and all. Then by using of the sanitizer or visor, that is the prevention methods and all. Then based on this 8.1, common diseases in human, what type of previous year questions they asked and all. The previous year questions, that the previous year questions. What type of previous year questions generally they asked in common diseases in humans and all. That is in 2013. In 2013, they asked related to nematode parasites and all. They asked nematode disease. In that one question, what they asked, how Ascaris lumbricoides it transmit from infected area to the healthy persons and all. They have given multiple options. What is the correct option? Contaminated food and water. Whatever the infected eggs, it transmit through contaminated food as well as water. That is one. Then another question what they asked, where the filarial worm generally lives. That means which part of the host filarial worm normally it must be lives and all. Then what is your answer? Lower limbs of the lymphatic vessels and all. Different body parts they have given different options, but the specific one, lower limbs of the lymphatic vessels. So in 2013 they asked in 2 questions related to nematode diseases and all. Then in 2015 they asked related to protozoal diseases and all. Protozoal diseases, normally they asked the active form of amoebic dysentery. Normally it takes which type of food material? So active form of that particular amoebic dysentery, Entamoeba histolytica, what it eats inside the host and all. Active form in that sense, that is the magna stage, that means trophozoite one. Why? Because it is a pathogenic stage. It takes RBC, mucosa, submucosa of intestine and all. So many options are there, but what is the correct answer? The active form of amoebic dysentery, that means the magna stage. It takes food material, that is mucosa, submucosa, RBC of intestine and all. Then one more protozoal parasite they asked other than human being. That means which among the following disease normally causes to the protozoal parasite? They are given multiple options. One among the correct one, babesiosis. That means this babesiosis normally it infects to the cattle, it is spread to the ticks and all. It is also similar symptomatic characters which are present into the malaria and all. So other than human being, they asked in 2015 and all. It is also they asked into the 2 questions related to both protozoans only. Then in 2016, both phase 1 and phase 2, they asked only 1 question related to bacterial disease. They have given which among the following pair regarding related to bacterial diseases and all. So which among the following diseases that normally it must be present regarding related to bacterial diseases and all. They have given multiple. According to this one, typhoid and cholera. Apart from this one, many other diseases also I said, once again go through and listen that one. But according to this one, typhoid as well as, apart from this one, many other multiple option, any other one regarding related to virus infection also, they must be asked. So only 1 question they asked. Then 2017 they did not ask related to 8.1. 2018 they asked related to that specific, what they asked that one particular pathogenic. So what is the name of the disease which transmit through insect to parasite, through insect vector? What they have one question, which disease normally transmit through that insect vector, that which is slowly chronic inflammation of that to regarding related to lymphatic vessels and all. What is the name of the disease? Very simple. Whenever they have given lower limbs of lymphatic vessel, inflammation of chronic, Then your answer will be they have given multiple one, either malaria, either typhoid, either cholera, either filaria. Then what is your answer? Filaria. Here they have given regarding related to nematode. Nematode parasite only they have given, that is filariasis. Only one question they have asked it. In 2019, what they have given? 2019 they have given directly. So which among the following typhoid bacterial disease? What is the causative of typhoid disease? So a correct pairing of causative typhoid as well as the specific diagnostic test and all. So typhoid causative particular bacteria as well as the particular diagnostic test and all. It is also related to bacterial disease they asked and all. That is, they have given multiple answers. The correct answer, Salmonella typhi as well as particular diagnostic test is the Weidel test and all. Then, in 2020, phase 1, in the month of September, what they conducted and all, they asked which particular stage of that particular protozoan parasite, especially malarial parasite, it transmits from infected person to the healthy one, that means from infected Anopheles mosquito to the healthy one. Which specific stage it transmits malarial parasite, that is here protozoan. Here they asked for protozoan disease. Regarding related to which stage, you only said answer. While telling my question, immediately you guess that answer. Which specific stage of malarial parasite it transmits from infected female Anopheles mosquito to the healthy person and all. Then your answer will be that is sporozoite. And what is the name of that particular stage? Sporozoite. Where it is present, you identify. They have given different options, either trophozoite, either sporozoite, either merozoite, either shyzoite. Many different options they have given. But original answer will be the sporozoite and all. Then one more question, match the following they have given. Two questions they have given. Like filariasis, malaria, filaria, pneumonia and typhoid. Match the following they have given. Filaria, malaria as well as pneumonia, typhoid they have given. Correct matching and all. Filaria, what is the name of that particular one? Wuchereria bancrofti. Then malaria means Plasmodium falciparum or Plasmodium vivax, Plasmodium vivax, or simply common genus they have given Plasmodium. Then pneumonia, Haemophilus influenza. According to this 2020 first page, they have given Haemophilus influenza. One more bacteria also it causes. What is the name of the bacteria? Streptococcus pneumonia also. But according to this one, they have given Haemophilus influenza. Then typhoid, Salmonella typhi. Wherever that options, variously. Then you must choose. I have given directly, but you must choose variously and all. Then this is the first question and second question. Then in October 14, what they conducted exam related to phase 2 and all. Phase 2 2020, they asked related to 8.1. The same question they repeated, same as it is, filaria, regarding related to malaria, then pneumonia, then typhoid, as it is question they repeated and all. Then automatically you must answer that specific type of this one and all. So that is related to 8.1 and all. Then what about 8.2 and all? 8.2 they have given related to immunity. Then all disease causing organisms, microorganisms, if it enter in our body, it may not spread any type of diseases and all. Only certain microorganisms, if it enter, then it may be causes diseases and all. Why remaining may not be spread? Why may not be attacked? Why may not be infected? Different types of diseases and all. Why? Because there is certain immunity is present. What is the meaning of immunity? The meaning of immunity, that any type of, all type of, so the ability of a host cell, it regarding related to, it must be defense or against against disease causing organism. Ability of a host cell infect against disease causing organism, it provided specific immune system. The name of that immune system we call as immunity. What is the name of that immune system? That is we call as immunity. But that means very simple in our local language and all, self-defense and all. Without entering of disease-causing organism in our body, some particular barriers are present. Without entering of disease-causing organism, without entering of foreign germs and all, inside in our body and all. That defense mechanism regarding related to that specific type and all, we call as different types of immunity. What is the name of that immunity? There are two types of immunity. One is the innate immunity, another one is that is acquired immunity. There are two types of immunity, that is innate as well as acquired immunity. Why all disease-causing germ, all foreign micro or all foreign germs may not be causes, may not be infections, there is a self-defense mechanism. Such type of defense mechanism, otherwise we call as immune system. That is that system we call as immunity, that condition we call as immunity. There are two types of immunity, innate, that means inborn immunity is present and by birth itself, that immunity it is present and without there is a particular barriers, it must be prevent entering of that particular harmful germs as well as specific type of that microorganisms or any foreign germs and all. That innate immunity, in this innate immunity, otherwise we call as inborn immunity and all, how many types of barriers are present to entering, to prevent entering of foreign germs and all. That is, here it is present to physical and physiological and cellular and cytokine barriers are present. That regarding related to innate as well as inborn and all. What type of physical barriers? One among the largest organ which prevent entering of all type of the foreign as well as pathogens as well as unnecessary dust particles, everything and all. The physical barrier nothing but the skin as well as mucosa of respiratory system as well as gastrointestinal tract as well as urinogenital tract. Once again, listen very carefully. The skin, the first defense mechanism and as well as mucosa, the epithelial layer which are present in respiratory tract as well as gastrointestinal tract as well as urinogenital tract and all. Then apart from this one, physiological, it prevent entering of all type of these micro or foreign germs and all. What type of physiological and acid which are present in our stomach which destroys that particular harmful germs and all, as well as tears which releases in our eyes and all, as well as saliva which are present into the mouth and all. Especially tears as well as saliva, it contain lysozyme. One specific protein is present. It destroys, it kills the specific type of regarding related to bacterial and all. So innate immunity, otherwise we call as non-specific defense mechanism. That is very important. It is a non-specific defense mechanism and all. Then cellular type. What type of cells normally it must be act as innate immunity and all, especially WBC. In that white blood cells, again, polymorphonucleated leukocytes like neutrophils as well as monocytes as well as natural killer cells. It is also one type of the lymphocytes and the macrophages which are present in tissues as well as phagocytose. It is one type of different types of the fluids which are present and all. These are cellular type and all. Cellular type especially, it is also to control entering. Even if it enter, it will be trapping. Without entering, it will be fight. If it enter, any one among these one unhygienic food material, water, whatever it may be, it trap without causing, without infect such type of the disease and all. Then cytokine barriers. Which one we call as cytokine barriers? Interferon. Especially we call as interferon is the protein. Viral infected cells release one specific protein. What is the name of the protein? Interferons and all. This interferon, it prevent entering of, it prevent the spreading of that viral infection, other type of the cells and all. So listen, the innate immunity is the inborn immunity. It is a non-specific one. There are common 4 types of the barriers are present. without entering of the disease causing as well as foreign germs, even if it. So the innate immunity, that is inborn immunity, and there are 4 particular type of the barriers are present, like physical, physiological, cellular as well as cytokine, and any type of non-specific or specific or any type of the germs, if it enter under, automatically it prevent without entering. Even if it enter, it will be trapping without entering. So that is we call as innate immunity and all. So next class we discuss about acquired immunity and all. Okay.